Hi. It's the Talking Sloth here, and we're here with part 2 of what if deku was the reincarnation of a nagato uzumaki slash pain, whatever whatever you prefer to call him out of his too many names. I know there's two, but there's still too many. Yay. But besides that, oh yeah, I was picking off when first day, the Nagato's first impression of being going around the school able to semi-explore is are they trying to show off or something like that? Because it looks like the most extravagant rich building you can ever think of. To him, at least, because he's used to wooden houses and shit. I mean, well, AIM was it was slightly more advanced looking, but still, this looks pristine. It's made of glass, there's metal everywhere. Whoa. Even he's like, oh, yeah, they're showing off. And obviously he's the 180 on is oh, that's too big. Again, someone's showing off. Because someone probably is showing off, to be honest. UA's being haha, look at our money, bitch. We can waste money on things that normal people can just never afford. Shit like that. But the first day goes relatively the same, except obviously Aizawa throws him the ball. And he's like, well, if I'm gonna be number one in the future, why not show off a bit? So he does his actual hardest, which I don't know exactly what would do the most damage to launch it the furthest, but I'm just gonna say that with a big Shinra Tensei, it can get into orbit, I would say. I'm deciding either he uses the statue, the Gintamasa statue, to yeet it into space, or he does a really big Shinra Tensei just on one side. And then I'm like, well, Gintamasa would absolute it would everyone would be what the fuck going on? A kaiju arised from the school. What the hell going on? So I'm just gonna Shinra Tensei. Everyone's like, oh, so we're not gonna survive this, are we? It's if you think about it, he can augment himself with, a surer path with mechanical bits, so he Ida but better at everything. But Bakugo and Todoroki. Todoroki is always just silently grumbling about something, but Bakugo is full on Pomeranian in the corner, because that's what he is. He's an angry little Pomeranian thing. Can you tell I don't like Bakugo? Sorry. I personally, I got the intention of making him. I got how Horikoshi was trying to make him look like an absolute asshole, because he is to me. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that happens. Yada yada yada. the next major thing in the story, Deku was essentially just he's talking to people, but he's not getting close to anyone, at all. Just hello, how are you? What are you doing today? Yeah, I don't know how to interact with people. Why do you think I do this? But yeah, oh yeah, so next thing it would be the heroes versus villains, and I don't get why it would shift up at all. So you're still with Uraraka, and Bakugo's still with Ida, and Bakugo's still an angry Pomeranian, if you know what I mean. And let's just say, in this timeline, in this universe, Deku's just sitting there being like, best way to do this. He just yeets Uraraka onto the top of the building, in my opinion, because if you just obviously while she's under zero gravity, and then you could just sneak through the roof. And then he could go through there, and because Bakugo is Bakugo, he's storming through, and just, in my opinion, Bakugo's just charging forward everywhere. It's just it's insane. He's come down the corridor Of course, Deku, being the reincarnation of pain, is he moves at a snail's pace. Get this insect away from me. I forgot which path it is, because I'm not an absolute Naruto nerd. He uses the chakra absorbing barrier essentially to just sort of stand there and be like, sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Anyway, he just sort of sits there. It's just taunting Bakugo, which I'm surprised he doesn't have a heart attack because of how angry he is. Okay, that's just how the news rolls. Yeah, seriously, the veins are bursting from his forehead, Bakugo is that guy who just decides no. Yeah, and then Bakugo's just because Pain's barrier can absorb quite a bit, quite a bit. And Nagato sees him when Deku. I'll be using Nagato, Deku, and Pain interchangeably because they're kind of the same people. Well, especially Nagato and Pain, they're exactly the same person, but Deku and Nagato fusion, fusion, but with the Renegan, it's the ultimate dojutsu. He can see everything. Well, not like the Byakugan, but I said that weird, Byakugan. But the Sharingan, it's sort of in slow motion, so you can see him and he's probably bad, probably break through the shield. So Deku, being fast, just decides, you know what? Drain his chakra. Well, because chakra is stamina essentially. It's just used to make things go kaboom. But chakra is stamina that make things go boom. Anyway, so because like also when you see someone drain chakra, they get like weaker and stuff. But sort of like Bakugo is just like can't be bothered to move because I'm so tired. Like he's like a shriveling mass on the floor. Like there's like chakra absorption, chakra exhaustion is like no joke in the Naruto universe. People have died because of chakra exhaustion. Like essentially the reason of Nagato being crippled is because the summoning the Ghetto Master and then using that weird soul dragon jutsu like used so much chakra it fucking crippled him. Like chakra exhaustion is no joke, and Nagato being Nagato knows this and is like, I'll leave him with a bit, but he's still gonna not be fine for like a day. And you know, Ida and Uraraka's thing goes essentially the same, and yeah, it's essentially the same thing. So I would say MVP. I don't care. You know what? I don't care. Oh yeah, did I say you got one for all in the last part? Can't remember. Probably did. But can't remember. Anyway, it is kind of irrelevant because, like, okay, one for all. He's like, he's one for all. But like the Renegan, he's the Renegan. Like even a civilian who can handle the Renegan, obviously, not just like would like destroy All Might if they knew how to use the powers even somewhat. Like, you see that fucking bird? That bird was terrifying. You see that dog? That dog was terrifying. I'm just talking about one of the abilities here. Like, energy absorption, just he's dead. The missiles, tactical nuke, income. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. And also, the way the Renegon work in this, it's sort of like, it's more like a quirk contained within the eyes. So if all for one would just like touch him and try to take his quirk, it wouldn't work. But like if, say, implantation of his eyes, then yes, it would work. Because, you know, that's how dojutsus work. You can't just sort of like suck the energy out of them, you go. I play swapsies with your eyeballs, yay. Anyway. Oh goodness. What a shame. Yeah, so after that, again, there's not really that much except the USJ. There's like, I don't know, oh, you know, the whole class president thing. And also, I kind of forgot to do this last time, but I want to sort of give updates on what Nagato's thinking about the destruction of the planet. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. But right now is, it's not looking good. It's getting better, but it's not looking good. Because, you know, I'm gonna keep these thoughts to myself, because I just thought something that would be really cool. But what Nagato does, so, it's USJ. USJ hops around. And like I would assume Nagato's getting like kind of annoyed because like this is easy. Everything's easy. Why is it so easy? So when the whole USJ thing happened and like the villains coming from the floor is like finally a good challenge. He proceeds to wreck them all, like, because he's still Nagato, like physically as well. Like I'm gonna assume he actually kept on training because like when he got reanimated, he was still physically strong even though he was crippled. So I would say he would be able to catch up with like almost all people. And I'm just thinking, would he be able to control the Nomu? Because if he could, oh yeah, okay, no, naughty me. Don't get my hopes up. I'm not gonna do that. It's too much effort. Forgot. I'm a lazy fucker. Yeah, but oh my goodness. Oh yeah, so he like fucking bodies all of them, and Aizawa was just sitting in the corner like, I wanted to do something, and All Might's just patting him on the back like, yeah, we all did. We all did, mate. Or like yeah, in the fight, Deku just summons like 50 shadow clones to come and like beat the shit out of everyone. Anyway, yeah, essentially, Kurogiri and Shigaraki like shit themselves and just run. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Yeah, that happens. After that, isn't it? The sports festival. Yes, it's the. Can you tell I haven't watched MHA in a while? It's the sports festival. Actually, a while. Yeah, it's been actually fucking ages. It's been like 3 years, I think. It's astounding that I can still remember this much. To be honest, I can barely what I remember I had for breakfast this morning. Anyway, away from that. Oh yeah, sports festival. There's a thing called a shunshin you wear. That's all I'm gonna say for the race part of the test. That's all I'm gonna say. It's called a shunshin. Anyway, oh really? If like Deku wanted to, he could just use the summoning to fly to the other end, because like other robots won't really be like just dodge through them, stuff like that. Either one of the two, you just pick your creative decision and choose whatever you would like. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm real tired. Yeah, so after that, it's the thingy battles. And like nobody wants to go with him because like everyone just sees him as, because like I forget to mention this shit, but like everyone in his class is like, this guy's freaky as fuck. Because like he's really intimidating. He doesn't talk that much. Like really, because the Renegade is intimidating as fuck. Like, come on. If you want to see that staring into your soul, then I don't know what would terrify you. Anyway, yeah. So that happens. Yeah, and like everyone's like, yeah, I don't want to work with this guy. This guy look kind of creepy. You kind of look creepy. So everyone's just like, sure. Midnight's like, you alright and working on your own? And he's like, I can work on a team of 5 with one person. Trust me. It's called clones. Well, it's do all of the clones go down in one hit, or is it like because of logic's sakes, I'm gonna say the Earth clone can take more hits than a normal clone, and I'm gonna say actual Nagato is on top, you know, and like Nagato. What do you think he's gonna do? He's just gonna set up a bubble and say, it's like, or he could just Shinra Tensei everything. Look, anyone who comes near him, just like, oh, he could just do the ultimate troll and do a big Shinra Tensei that just knocks everyone out until it's over. I do think Nagato for this while is feeling rather trolly, because I am. Nagato's feeling rather trolly today. It's also a good test of character. Yeah, it's a bit tame because whoever immediately comes up and is like blames him and shit like that is like, okay, you kind of, well, I don't know what I was thinking about saying that actually. Words sort of just spew out my mouth and I don't think about what I'm saying. Like, for the past minute I've just been staring, Jesus Christ, it's 22 minutes. I've just been staring at the wall with a poster of Deadpool. I'm just staring at his fingers for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, he essentially Shinra Tensei knocks everyone out because, like, why wouldn't he? Like, he just wants to get this over and done with, so he can do things. And the sooner he gets things done, sooner he can do what he came here to do. Like, it's the one-on-ones. And I would assume that Nagato could probably sense Shinso's, like, ability or something like that. Because, like, he's an Uzumaki. Like, aren't they pretty good senses? I'm pretty sure Uzumaki were good senses. If they're not, then forgive me. But don't the Rinnegan also, like, you see chakra and stuff? Because it's like an offshoot to the Sharingan. And also, you know what? The thing that really something that really bothers me is that why did Nagato not get, like, Susanoo and, like, Madara's EMS abilities and shit like that? Because, like, I'm pretty sure Sasuke can use both of his Sharingan eyes when one of them's turned into Rinnegan. Like, Sasuke can still use Shibaku Tensei and Susanoo at the same time. So why can't Nagato, like, I know without the pre-knowledge it would be like, what the hell? What the hell? But, well, also, you can just sort of say, well, anyway, loopholes in logic aside, now I really want to give him Susanoo. Because in my opinion, Susanoo's one of the coolest But no, I've got to restrain myself here. No, this is his own Renegon, so he's... But the Renegon is an offshoot of the Mangekyo. No, stop it, me. Stop. Don't let your temptations succumb to you. You already have given him Gidomasa. It is okay, he's strong enough. He's strong enough to obliterate the world 10 times over. Stop threatening yourself. Anyway, what happens here is... Yeah, so Shinso, he essentially just sort of like bonk. Cause like Shinso's like a twig. He does not know how to fight. He just talks his way. Wait a minute. Shinso's the reincarnation of Naruto. He just talks his way out of every situation. Anyway. What's the second fight? No, I'm just gonna skip to the notable ones. Naruto versus... For some reason I was gonna say Shino. No, it's not Shino. Todoroki. Naruto versus Todoroki. And I see, like, it never been, like, the way father he is like, you know, do your thing, mate, do your thing. You know what your thing is. And he's like, no, I don't, but I'll try and do what I know you want me to do. But essentially, yeah, so he uses fire against Todoroki's eyes, and Todoroki, being Todoroki, is like, dead, put up to his dad. Because Todoroki associates everything to do with fire to his father for whatever reason. Anyway. Yeah. I would say Deku just sort of... Stop it. Deku being like, you stupid child. I'm not even going to try and explain it to you if you don't want to know. I am pain. No, he wouldn't actually say anything like that. Hero name, actually, what hero name would he have? He would probably just pick something unassuming, because he might not be a hero if things don't go out properly. Yeah, so, I don't know what. For some reason, my mind, like, I'm like, oh, how could he, like, just kick the shit out of Todoroki? And for some reason, my mind's going back to the human path, and I'm like, no, I don't want him dead. I just want him beaten the shit out of. So yeah, yes, I just thought of something. He uses Shabaku Tensei. Like, I know it's a weak Shabaku, like a really weak Shabaku Tensei. Just enough to, like, encase him with his head sticking out and being like, so, how are you going to get out of this? Why is Nagato British? Because I'm British. So, how are you going to get out of this with just your ice? I assume with your fire and ice together, maybe you could escape, but we'll never know. As he slowly, like, increases the gravitational pull, squeezing him. Um, and Nagato just feels it fall unconscious and goes, oh, stubborn bitch. Just lets it go and he crumbles to the floor. Like everyone's like, yay, we know what happened. Bakugo versus Deku. Deku's just like, bitch, you know you can't fight me. Fuck off, surrender, whatever. No? Okay. So he goes full fucking thrall. Like, this is a fight where we all use explosives. And he starts to shift his arm into like a rocket launcher, and Baku goes like, what the fuck? And Deku's like, pew, 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 pew. Fire in my rocket launcher. Because it's not my laser beam, it's my rocket launcher. Kapew, kapoo, kaboom. Anyway, explosive noises continue. But essentially, like, just like, come on, it's blooming RPG versus explosive hands. What do you think's gonna win? RPG versus sparkly hands. I'm not like grossly underestimating Bakugo's abilities, but you know what I mean. Versus sparkly hands. Sparkly hands. You know, for the he goes first obviously, but for the you know the internships, I would see Deku being like, to get the most experience for this world, I'll go with an older hero. And just looking through at the things and seeing Gran Torino, I don't think he would actually, but don't listen to me. But you know, he's like, I want to learn from someone older, so you know, I can actually see what it was like before all this press is covering everything up. And stuff like that, and like, and you know, it goes relatively similar, except you know, when he comes through, he's like, old man, I can see you're still alive. Get up. Get up. It's like, fine. No fun for you. No fun for me. You kiddos are no fun. They could just deadpans at him, was like, okay. And I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to. But anyway, and then like Gran Torino's like, well, let's see your dodging skills, hey. Just like, okay, sir. You know the you know, so the Renegon is the Renegon. You can see everything in like really slow motion, essentially. Like that's how heightened his perception is. So, like, Gran Torino is like really slow to him. He's just sort of sitting there like, okay, like just barely moving out the way, you know, like something to where it's like he's very precisely choosing how far he's moving. And obviously Gran Torino's like, damn, he knows his shit, he knows his stuff, he's worth his salt. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm an old man. I don't have dementia. I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm switching voices. Oh my goodness. This is the new Gran Torino. Oh, it sounds like that guy, Family Guy. Oh no, I don't want to turn fat. No. Anyway, so Naruto is Naruto. Have I been saying Naruto? Shit, Nagato is Nagato. He's no, being I don't know Nagato, just I don't know, chilling. And like it's just sort of like, well, actually, there would be another reason, the post reason why Deku would choose Gran Torino, because it's like Gran Torino is like a body augmentation, and that would really help with his Suropath, because like in the original, I don't like we didn't really get to see all the full extent, so I'm just gonna pretend like he didn't know the full extent of the. He probably did know the full extent of the Asurapath, but I don't care. He's just gonna be like, wow, maybe if I can come up with some new ideas with Gran Torino, because I'm too lazy to give a better reason. So what happens is, Hosu incident, shiz. And let's just say Deku can like sense all that stuff going on and is like, guess I should stop it. With Ida and the other hero, whatever his name is, I forgot his name. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. But Deku like, what Deku did like, I've been thinking, like, with a user of the Renegon, you could just sort of infinitely juggle someone, because like you could Shinra Tensei someone into like a hard object, Bancho Tenin them back to your hand, punch them, and it takes quite a while for Bancho Tenin to work, so you could Shinra Tensei them again, Bancho Tenin them again, because Bancho Tenin Bancho Tenin is pull. Bancho Tenin them again, punch them in the face again. Shinra, you can just juggle someone, because like they sort of freeze in midair when you Bancho Tenin them. So it's just sort of like Madara be juggling, but not as good as me. But like seriously, like, you can do some good stuff. But then Nagato would just be like, oh, I want to get this over and done with. So it would just, wait, no, he's a pretty wide hallway actually. I'm gonna be like, well, one of the 9-headed dogs, because they all like split apart and stuff. Was it 9 heads at first? I think it was in like 2, and then it turned into like 3, and then it multiplied and shit. But as shown in the anime, the alleyway that we're in was unnaturally very fucking wide. It was like so wide. Yeah, so so you would like someone just like the one-headed version of that Renegon dog thing, and sort of proceed to essentially gnaw him to near death. Like, not kill him, because that's a big no-no. But near death is perfectly fine. And that wraps up the Hosu incident, and that wraps up this video. Goodbye. And no, I'm not gonna